dude. Oh, we got a mount. What an eye patch. That's so badass. What the heck?
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
My double.
Must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
I guess like the whole like bearer mark thing.
Take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
I guess like the reason why like people don't see it as a mark anymore, even though like it clearly is where the mark would have been, might be because they don't think it's possible to remove a mark. So and maybe because like it's never really been done by anybody, so they think it's just impossible. The only person that knows how to do it is Taria. So if that's the case, then it's more believable. But still, Ambrosia's tack, a bespoke saddle and blinders worn by Clive's childhood chocobo Ambrosia. Quay. I love that. Oh, displayed in Clive's chamber. Nice. Chocobo unlocked. Mount up. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed, old R3, while in the field to summon Ambrosia and X to mount the chocobo. R3.
Ready, go?
Yo, is that gonna be the track for? No, there's no. Really?
Fly, Ambrosia.
There's no chocobo theme for FF16. Oh, come on. There was one in every game. What do you mean? I mean, that's badass that we can actually ride, but it's a bummer there's no like theme. I guess they wanted like to probably not like so because that way like you can still hear the zone music and stuff, but like it would have been nice to have the option at least. Like worst case, put it on a button that's like, oh, you know, switch to like sound on, sound off or something. No. She is so cute. The Hand of Hyperion. All these locations we've never been to. Because it needs to go through that place here. There's also this location here that's inaccessible also. That zone is huge, man. Okay.
Where's Gav?
I I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
He's right there, but I don't want to talk to him yet. I want to go in because I want to see the. I have a letter. A bird by any other name. Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but for every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another two apart. I'm gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your Chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate, and here so many years later we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? True. Oh, there it is. A saddle and blinders crafted specifically for Clive's childhood Chocobo Ambrosia. Even after being separated from her master, the noble steed served the people of Rosaria in his stead, protecting the defenseless from the merciless, just as the good shield should. Man, that's... After the horror we just witnessed, it's really, really heartwarming.
Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off...
That's... That is in the Dominion. Wow. A nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of Storm after suffering the ignominy of losing Drake's head to the audacious assault by the outlaw Cid in 873, the Empire set its sight on the mother crystal of its nearest neighbor, the Crystalline Dominion. Sembrex's legion duly stormed the historically neutral territory and installed the imperial capital at Twinside. This brazen act of conquest sent shockwave across Valistia and heightened the already considerable tension between the Empire and the Dominican Republic. A mother crystal located in the Crystalline Dominion, it is one of only 5 remaining in Valisthea and is the largest of its kind. Silhouetted by the setting sun, the island of the Dominion spread out before it. The tale is truly a wonder to behold.
All the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
That's true, though. If we go for the one in
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia.
yeah.
Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
Wait, what about Drake's Eye, though? We keep hearing about it. It's supposed to be in the Northern Territories, but it's like they never talk about it. I guess it's because it's already been destroyed and he used to be there or something?
With the...
A conflict fought between the Holy Empire of Sembrek and the Republic of Dalmikia in the year 878, largely concerning control of the Crystalline Dominion. The Dominion had previously been the subject of a non-aggression pact between the Velestian nations, but in 873 the Empire claimed Twinside for its new capital, an act which eventually spurred the Dalmex into military action. A nation formed from a federation of 5 smaller states. It is located in the southern half of the continent of Storm and has its capital at Rendella. Also home to the mother crystal known as Drake's Fang, inside which stands Castle Dasbog, home of Hugo Kupka, dominant of Titan. Kupka, obsessed with finding Sid and exacting his revenge for the murder of Benedicta Harmon, co-opted the soldiers of the realm and had them commit a series of atrocities in an attempt to flush him out of hiding. So I guess we're gonna go for him first before dealing with Mother, I guess.
Of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Oh, we're gonna go for the one in the Iron Kingdom. Damn, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, for sure. They'll never expect us to go there. They'll think we'll go for, wow, that's crazy though. Because the army of the Iron Kingdom might still be there for all we know. Like, we don't know where they are. Otto's counter is now open. Alliant report. Finally, the Patron's Whisper in the hunt board. Oh, what's the Patron's Whisper?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Yeah, we'll grab the quest eventually, but like, I mean, so that means that we're going near Rosalith, so maybe we'll deal with Mother then. Now.
Ah, my favorite pupil. How may I help you today?
What's new?
I have
Oh,
the details here.
many things is new.
Study it well, Clive.
Yeah, so that's when we went from Martha's Rest into the Abbey. The Hideaway into Martha's Rest. And then Rosalit was sending Black Shields into near East Pool. Another group of Black Shields this way. Don't know where they were going. Specifically, I mean. And these were doing a culling. And we dealt with them. And now we're going here. So we're probably going to meet another group of Black Shield on the way, I would assume. And we're going to Port Isolde, which is still pretty far from Rosalith, but we might deal with Rosalith afterwards or something. Maybe we'll go here, destroy Drake's Breath, and go into Rosalith and just destroy Rosalith or something. Or like deal with Mother. That'd be nice. Because imagine you destroy the thing here that deals a blow to the Iron Kingdom, and then you subsequently destroy Mother, which then turns this entire province back to us, which deals another blow to the Empire.
The
I
state
don't know.
of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
I don't know.
Arthur's all right. Yep.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
How are you doing? Oh, same old.
In it, Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. State of the world now, though, I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The Cursebreakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest. If you ever find yourself at a loose hand, well, you know where to find me. So much has happened since that night. Feels like a lifetime ago. But we'll never forget those who didn't make it. Kenneth, Martel, they're still with us in our hearts. When I found out he was gone, I thought that was it for us.
He's still with us too.
With us and in you. You took his name and gave us hope, and we had none. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is don't be a stranger, eh? Hideaway ain't nothing without its Sid. Sure.
Quick look.
There's no side quest right now available, apparently.
Think you can help?
Oh, Clive. Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Wait, hold on. Let's read these. The 7 high houses, the highest noble houses of old Rosaria, of which House Rosfield is the first and foremost. They have their roots in the ruling dynasties of the small independent nations that were united upon the founding of the duchy. The houses had a prominent voice in ducal politics, but this was silenced when the region fell to the empire and Empress Annabella took Rosaria's reigns. Byron Rosfield, younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn and warden of Port Isolde, a thriving trading port in the south of Rosaria. Byron inherited a small fortune from his noble family, which he built into a large one by virtue of his mercantile wiles and adventurous spirit. There is not a trading house nor a tap house in Valisthea and beyond that does not have a tale to tell of Lord Byron Rosfield. Interesting, it's the first time we hear about it.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any?
Sure, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what a Patron's Whisper is.
Business is busy.
On top of my regular duties here at the Whisper, Otto has piled countless other tasks, from transcribing and sorting Stollis' report to penning needful missives. Not that I'm complaining, mind. I enjoy writing. I have ever since I learned my letters from Jara back in the old Hideaway. I won't claim to have been his best student, though. That honor goes to Shirley. Still, I like to think that Jara would be proud of me too, and don't call me Shirley. Were he with us today?
Words are immortal.
They live on in others, and if the words are your own, so too will you. Do you know who told me that? It was Jara, in our last lesson before Titan came. It stayed with me ever since his passing and inspired me to become what I am today. I imagine we survivors all have a story like that, of someone who remained with us even though they're gone.
Is everything we've received?
Hey, what is this?
Promised?
Completing side quest will earn Clive renown. Oh, it is renown. It is not. So it's not hunt currency. It's renown. Inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper in the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. So it's like the more side quests I complete, the more renown I get, and every time I get renown, I just get like a new item, basically. And it's not even like I'm not even spending it. I thought it was spending, but it's not even that. It's just as soon as you reach a threshold, you get it, but you keep the amount you have until you reach the next threshold and so on. So it's just like it's literally like achievement points or something. Whereas like as soon as you have like X amount of points, you unlock like a new achievement, almost. Talk of the tea house. Your merry band of outlaws and its dashing deeds of daring do are all the talk among the ladies of the court. We have gathered together several items of worth that you might continue your gallantry. Heartstruck Dowager. Creates content. 400 ability points. Bruh.
Here you are.
Respect. Our order is one built on pride, but that does not mean we are too proud to give thanks where thanks is due. We have failed Martha once, but never again the blood axes. Yeah.
You earned this.
This one we don't know. We're gonna get a berserker ring though. More than issues will become available upon achieving a renowned grading of 100.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Damn, we have like a bunch of ability points now too. Nectar, let's go, man. Clive, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
What's the matter, Nectar?
The matter is this, Kupo.
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts. Those that might pose a threat to our operations if they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know?
Of course not, Kupo. I knew all that already. Of course you did. And that's why I need your help, as I need not remind you, Kupo, I am the mightiest of all the Mughals. No fiend of the forest or ghouls or the greens, whatever. So I need you to slay them all, Kupo.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I'm going to pause to read the stuff because otherwise I'll miss it. Oh, thank you, Kupo. It's so good to have found someone who understands me. Does he have an entry? No. I'll stay here then and keep an eye on all the billets that get posted on the boards. So if there's anything you need to know, Kupo, I'm your Mughal. I'm assuming, I said billets, but I'm assuming it's probably from the French word billet, which basically means like a posting. Oh. Oh, that way. Okay. The Cursebreakers don't just tack up any old rumors to this board, you know. They take great pains to verify every little detail, Kupo. So don't you go letting all of their artwork go to waste, Kupo. Don't you let them down. It's precisely what you see before you. The Cursebreakers note down the details of any particularly dangerous monsters they hear about or encounter in the course of their duties, and post the billets, the billet here, so that any stout soul who wishes to do the realm a service might set out to slaughter an ungodly horror or two, which is where you come in. As for me, I have the most important duty of all, painting a big red cross over each and every one you cut down, so that everyone can sleep at night knowing that the realm is a safer place. Ah, that's cute. Did you see that all the billets are marked with a location? That's where the horrible horror in questions was seen, but you can't be expected to memorize every last place name in the whole wide realm. You're only human. So if the place name doesn't tingle your pum-pum, try reading the witness's statement. Sometimes there are other details in them that might help you track the nasties down and finish them off. You say that the Cursebreakers give every billet a rank of riskiness, Kupo. From this thing could kill you with a single swipe to a 7-nation army couldn't scratch this thing's skin. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Well, not sure, but that's one risk I'm willing to take. Wow. Did I ever tell you about the time I visited the Great Continent, Kupo?
I don't think so.
Of course I didn't, because I've never been. Wow. He's so cute though, man. Look at these wings. Do they look like the sort of thing that might carry a Mughal across countless leagues of open sea? They call me Nectar the Bold, not Nectar the Stupid, Kupo. True. The hunt board. Let's go. Reports of fiends terrorizing the countryside are posted on the hunt board in hopes that fearless heroes such as Clive will take it upon themselves to hunt down and slay the notorious marks. So we already got the Harriman, which interestingly enough, a member of the Blood Axis station in Martha's Rest reported that he had been set upon in the marshes by an otherworldly horror with a single staring eye. It flew at him on Boney's bat wing, scratching at him with claws black as night and sharp as razors. Naturally, he fled in terror, but if a battle-hardened blood axe cannot cope with the mere sight of such a creature, what hopes do the rest of us have? That is so cool, man, that we found it on our own. The Angel of Death. A trader coming by the way of Caer Norvent met with a troop of Cursebreakers traveling in the opposite direction and warned them of a wicked winged harpy on the road ahead. His eyes wild and flickering. Though the Cursebreakers saw nothing untoward on their own journey through their pass, the sound of cackling laughter from the trees ensured that they kept up a brisk pace. Okay. Belphegor. Reports have been received of a wild avis of striking size making its nest atop the hill adjacent to Eastpool. Though all efforts are being made not to rouse the beast higher, it is surely but a matter of time before it needs to feed. I hereby petition a need brave volunteers to march on the northern border that we might cut the fiend down before it makes trenches of the nearby villages. Nice. So this also means that I won't have to like be on foot in every zone and just scour every zone to try and see if maybe I get lucky and there's a C rank. C ranks are also posted on the hunt board, so all I have to do is check the hunt board, which is really nice. I don't have to kind of manually walk in every zone. Clearview with Sunbreak and the Broken Hill Rosaria. Sure. Things like you don't accept these, so they're not like quests that you can track. They're literally just here's the description and just go there. That's another C rank and that's a B rank. The B rank is going to be a lot tougher though. I mean, the C rank was pretty challenging in its own right. I mean, you know, it wasn't that bad, but it was still quite challenging. So I'm wondering if like the B rank is going to be that much more difficult. Probably gonna have to do those before like heading out into anything else. Another side quest all the way down to the, oh no, it's in the backyard, never mind. I thought it was like down on the near the boat again. The backyard though, that's pretty far. I have to like climb up back up from here.
You say Sid built this place?
I'm still sad about Sid, man. He was such a cool character. I'm glad we took the name, but like it's not the same. I'm gonna miss him.
Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old Hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off.
That's nice.
I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Nice.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the Cursebreakers, on account of all they do for the Hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be
Absolutely.
nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
Was Martel the girl I saved from like there was one of the side quests with the botanist and like I had to go in the location to save her from like wolves or something, and then I saved her and then I brought her back, or spiders, and I brought her back, and then it turned out that I wasn't there to save her. I was there to save the dirt. I mean, it could be that, yeah. That's what I think it might be. All right, so we have to give out some food to the curse breaker. Curse breakers, plural. Hold on, Van just came back. Hold on. Okay, I took this opportunity to go and get myself some pills because I have a headache. So, get some Advils. Let's go. Gotta give the food to the people. We have. Wait, is it multiple people or just one people? You know what's funny is I saw people, like, whenever they patched the game and they added like a bunch of different options, I saw one request specifically that I really wanted was a toggle button for the sprint, so you could always be sprinting basically once you leave town and you're in the world. And then somebody else suggested we should have the option to just be able to sprint in the hideaway. And my thinking at the time was, that'd be nice, but at the same time, the hideaway is fairly small, so there's no need to run all that much. But I didn't know of this hideaway. I thought of the other one. Like I wasn't there in the story for this one. So this one now, I can definitely see sprinting in this one might be like a super good option. Hey, encrypt motion blur. Yeah, the thing is, like, I tried removing motion blur and it doesn't look good. I tried it and it just really doesn't look good. So I have to keep it on because whenever I remove it, it just looks weird.
Think it's all right to touch him?
I even tried like lowering it down to like 2 or something, and even then it just wasn't good enough. Yeah, it's weird. Like, so like right now, for example, like you can tell there's motion blur. But the thing is, like, if I remove it, honestly, it makes me dizzy. And it never does that in any game. Whenever I remove motion blur, it's always good. But in this game specifically, for the first time ever, if I remove motion blur, I get dizzy. Like, my eye can't focus on anything. Like, look at the background. Like, look at how fast this moves. My eye can't focus on anything, and it's just like it tries to render everything at once, and it just, I don't know, it's weird. It's never done that before in any game. At the very least, like I never noticed it as much. It's the first time that whenever I remove motion blur, it just looks kind of funky. Yeah, basically, encrypt, yeah. So like I'm better off having the motion blur than not. I mean, it's cool that they gave us the option, though. It's very nice of them to kind of... It would have been very easy... I don't need to go there. I thought it connected, but it doesn't. It would have been very easy to be just like, nope. So definitely it's nice, but yeah, there's too much, like, the world is too detailed. So it just feels like it's straining on my eye. Oh, very much so, Encrypt. In fact, I would say that I love it even more now that it's more open. Like, the story was what carried me through the first half, but the second half of the game, where like it really opens up with the hunts and like you have so many new options and you have like trophies to collect and a whole bunch of like that, just that completely changes the feel of the game for me. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Have you where are you at right now in the game, Encrypt? Have you?
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Is it? Yeah, she's still not
Weren't
anywhere.
she the girl from the furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Oh yeah! Wow. So you're much further along than I am. I am loving it though. I'm still debating if I want to do the new game plus or not.
Not that I'm planning a journey.
Like, I really want to, because I think it'd be nice to see the zones with like new monsters and like harder monsters and stuff, and have like the new optional content at the end. But at the same time, it's just like there's so many other games I want to play. Like, do I want to spend another however many hours? Although I guess in a new game plus, I would just skip every dialogue or every cutscene, but still.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
I do the same. I just stop to do all the things, so the story just keeps stopping because I'm doing all the other stuff. So, like, for example, now I'm gonna go do this the hunts before we move on to the story.
Please take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid.
I agree,
You can
Encrypt.
leave
Yeah.
the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
I agree. That's one thing I would have preferred is that they would be accepted like a side quest. And that way you could just track it.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria.
Like in FF14, for example, like a hunt on the board, it's literally an item. Hey, Tiff, thank you so much for the resub. 21 months, almost 2 years. It should have been longer, I agree, but still. Oh my god, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really, really appreciate that, Tiff. That's super, super kind. Hope you're doing great. Thank you so very much. Phoenix says hi. Oh, hi, Phoenix. Hi. I wish there were an item that you could just like, I mean, as if it was an item or something, because we do have like a section in the items, right? Don't we? For, oh God, come on. Yeah, key items. It could have been here. like have the hunt paper, like the hunt bills. So you just mouse over them, and then you would have a description to the right, and so like anywhere you go, maybe you can't track them like as a side quest, but you at least would have the item in your inventory. It'd be nice. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you, Phoenix. Is there a way you could do it? Maybe I mean, yeah, it could be a future patch. That'd be nice.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks and their compliments. They were clearly very fond.
Oh, that's so cute.
They remembered her after all these years.
They sure did, bud.
She was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
Took only 5 years.
Her dream would have died with her had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
That is super cute. That's a cute quest. They would never let me make an account. I just gave up. Oh, really? Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, it's displayed in my chamber. Nice. A basket of slightly stunted, somewhat sweet apples grown from the blighted earth thanks to the dedication and perseverance of one woman, Martel. May she rest in peace. Still will grow something worth eating one of these days, and when we do, you'll have first pick. So it is the same woman I've saved in an earlier side quest. That's sad, man. This whole world is sad. But that means it's in my chamber now, though. That's a bummer, Tiff, because the game is super fun, but it's too bad that you were unable to make an account. I'm eyeing another one of those games that are online. The one I'm eyeing right now is called. Wait, it's the other way. It's Dragon Quest X. So apparently, they've done a pretty good job of fan translating the game to English, and apparently you can play very far into the game in English. And I'd love to try it out because people have said that the game is at least on par in terms of quality to mainline titles of the game. So the other Dragon Quest titles. So if you're a fan of those, then I'm curious to try it out. Martel apples. Look at them. Oh. Awesome. Okay. We did that side quest. Now we can only go here. No, wait. Oh, I can't go and do the hunts. I just can't. I have to go here. Well, okay then, never mind. From these heathered highlands, one might catch a glimpse of Rosaria Castle and everything else in between. Yeah, Final Depression 16. That's very correct. Hold on. Yeah.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, He has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
I'm sure we will.
Likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So it's part of the same region. And it connects to some areas. So it's inaccessible here, but it connects to somewhere. I have to go to here. Isn't Alker's Cry a dungeon in FF14 Encrypt? Am I crazy? Pretty sure it is. The one with the ants. There's no loot here. Didn't mean to do that twice. Nice. Pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure, like, I'm gonna have to look it up, but like I'm fairly certain it is a dungeon in FF14. That's the name of the location we are. Oh, it's Auk Cries, not Auker. Auk Cries. Hawk. So yeah, so it's not the exact same name. Very close though. I don't see chests so far. There's no loot.
You're finished.
You got Reza 3 and Trails into Reverie into the mail? Oh my god, dude, I wish I did. I wish I was able to get Trails at the very least. I mean, I do want both, but I think I really prefer to get Trails, because I think Trails would be more my speed in general. I never played a Ryza game yet. I own 1 and 2 physical. I never even tried them out. But I feel like I probably would enjoy them, but I probably would prefer Trails into Reverie, because I did enjoy Trails in the Sky so far. So between the two, I think Trails in the Skies probably would be more my jam. Trails in Reverie, because I know for sure I prefer both, and I can't afford to get both physicals. I mean, both of them will go up in price though. Like Ryza 1 for a while was like almost impossible to get, I think. That's a problem, right? It's like those physical get stupid expensive after a while. So you have to get them whenever they're releasing. Yeah, very true. There's a game I've been interested in.
To the south. That's where we're headed.
You can just make out the castle from here as well.
And yet it's a world away.
Wow, it's pretty far. Damn. The game I'm interested in is called Noobs. Like it's like noob something, or it's a turn-based JRPG, but like apparently it's like it's the same vein a little bit as a game like I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, for sure. Oh no, I didn't get hit. Oh wow, okay, he comes back. Never mind.
Nice try.
Same vein as like dot hack, like it's set in an MMO. No, noob, N-O-O-B, but I think there's an S at the end. I'm not sure.
Nice try.
Yes, exactly. Noob the Factionless. Yes, that's the name. So it's set. The game is set inside an MMORPG, kind of like dot hack or Or what was the other game we played that was like that? God, what was the name? Forgot. It was a game like it was Crosscode. Crosscode. There we go. The difference is like both of these games were not turn-based, whereas New Defectionist is. Don't know if it reviews well though. I didn't see the reviews. I just saw that they were like named in a bunch of lists of like games to watch out for, and it's already been released apparently, like digital. So there must be some reviews already for that game. I just haven't seen them yet. So I don't know if it lives up to the to expectations, or if it's just not great. Very positive on Steam, but that's okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Killed it in the air. Huh. That's probably for a side quest or something. The last 4 reviews are thumbs down. Wonder why. No chest anywhere, by the way. We haven't found a single chest. Like nothing to loot at all. Nice. Combos are pretty sick. Again, no chests anywhere. Not a single one. Oh, there it is. There's one. Ooh. Another one of these guys. They're pretty interesting. I didn't mean to. I wanted to like charge to it, but like I forgot I was using Ramu. It worked out though still, but know what I had in mind. Another chest. Nice. You played more hours of P5R last time? Nice. How are you liking it? Keeps getting better. Nice. Yeah, I don't want to go any further because we've explored the entire map. Time to go back. Gotta go back to the town. Only 50 hours more to go. Oh my god, dude, these games are so long. That's my problem right now with like, I really want to continue playing like Xenoblade and like all those other games. They're so long. Like 100 hours game, like Trails in the Sky, for example, it's going to be so freaking long to go through.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Yeah, I know, right? That's another thing, right? Like that game is going to be stupid long, and I want to play it. So I already got like a super long game in the ducket. I'm not sure if I want to start like 2 at the same time. I probably will have to though, because otherwise I'll never play them. But
there was a time my husband might have stood up to those men, though back then he wouldn't have needed to.
well, the thing is, like, Baldur's Gate is, to me, is an invested franchise. It's a franchise I've been playing since I was a kid. That's why I'm so looking forward to the next game. It's not just because it looks fun, it's because I've loved that franchise for years and years and years. When I was a kid, I used to play the first one and the sequel a ton. Especially the second game.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
I think my problem with the new Baldur's Gate is more like it's more like there's gonna be, because there's too many different options to play the game, right? And so to see like all the different permutations, you're gonna have to spend so much time playing that game. Like, it's more than one playthrough, it's multiple playthroughs. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just do one and just move on, because ain't no way I have time. I mean, maybe years from now I might revisit, but it's too much. Yeah, 48 classes, but I mean, like, technically it's more like 12 different classes with a bunch of like subclasses, right? Like it's a bunch of main classes which subs into different permutations of each. So it's more like Pathfinder in that way. Like, you start, there's a whole list, but whenever you click on one, then it breaks down into like 3 or 4 different options. It's still less than Pathfinder though. I think Pathfinder has more than 48.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered.
Whoa.
The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
1,000 legions, yeah, sure.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours for a price.
Okay, let's sell some stuff.
I'll find it a good home. I reckon that's fair. I'd pay more if I could. Fare you well?
Yeah, my health is severely down.
I ain't got much, but what's mine is yours for a price. You won't be disappointed. There you are.
Run along now, before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
Well, these are talking to me now, the NPCs. They're no longer treating me like dirt. Because they think I'm no longer a bearer, which doesn't make much sense, but whatever. I'll take it.